Okay, so AEK fans, when are we going to have the conversation? When are we going to have the conversation about the apology for Franzi Peru? AEK at the Upper Arena defeats Volos Ena Miven, or 1-0 for the English speakers. Franzi Peru once again being the exclamation point that carries AEK past another team. And a lot of AEK fans, they had him under the cosh. Every AEK fan was saying, oh, I can't believe this guy is a footballer, this guy is not good enough, yada yada. And I could be the first person to say that I was the guy who was backing Peru. I was backing him. I said, hey, relax. Peru is a proper big man striker, and we're seeing the benefits of having a big man striker to get on the end of crosses. Peru, again, I ain't gonna lie, he's not perfect, because there are plenty of times when it is he had the ball on his left foot and he had no option but to pass because he's not a proper finisher with his left foot. He can't use his left foot, if we're being honest, and that's probably something that Mr. Marco Nikolic has to work on in training when it comes to Franzi Peru, because it seems as though that Peru is the only striker in our team right now that can hit the target. I don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation when it comes to Jovic as yet, because at the end of the day, Jovic hasn't played football for a while, and this is why during the whole fiasco with Dessers, I was saying, man, why it is we going for Jovic when it is we can get Dessers. We know Dessers is ready. We still have a question mark around Jovic. I don't know why AEK believe in this so much. Like they have to get a player and try to revive him. When it is we can get a ready-made player. When it is we know Dessers has been killing Olympiacos in the Europa League last season. We can get Dessers. But unfortunately, I won't say unfortunately, but the fact of the matter is right now we have to go on this Jovic train and still back him and see how it works out. We're seeing the effects of letting a player catch himself. Let the player have the chance to work out the kinks and work on his game and get better within this AEK system here, because it's actually a complex system that AEK plays. Like when it is a really great on the tactics, it's a lot of numbers game, because most times they will see the midfielders, they'll be bouncing the ball around, playing some passes to themselves, and then they go back to Mokudi, and then all of a sudden you see AEK have like about 5 players in the box ready for a cross. That's how AEK plays. It's very complex, I ain't gonna lie. It's not like it's not like the most modern teams how they would play. But again, people, we need to line up this apology for Franzi Peru. Excuse this guy here speeding. Hey, but yeah, we need to have the conversation about Peru, man, because a lot of people doubted him. I said from the beginning, we signed him from the Israel team. I don't know the name of the team, sorry. But I was telling people, I saw him in the Gold Cup. Franzi Peru knows how to find the back of the net. And from what I get to realize now, that's probably his 3rd start and his 3rd goal. I could be wrong. But I know he scored against Panathinaikos. I know he scored against, who was the first team? I forgot. Anyways, but I know he definitely doing his thing. So put respect on Franzi Peru's name, man. The guy only getting better. He's getting better and better, slowly but surely. Please put your trust in Franzi Peru. I believe he's the man to lead the lines. I still think that Jovic is who we're gonna need to step up and get back to his rightful self in the European competitions in particular. We need Jovic to step up, man. And I've been noticing with Jovic, like the headers, man, the headers aren't going on target at all. He's not going on target at all. But I still believe that we have the team that could unlock Jovic's potential. We're seeing that we're playing proper football. The team is actually playing really good football. When it comes to that final, that final finishing part, they always tend to fumble or make some, some rash decisions. I'm like, most times we have a ball, like just for instance, even though the chance with Pius, when Pius hit the ball for first post and the goalkeeper saved it, despite it being offside, Pius could have just laid it off for João Mario, and that would have been João Mario's first goal for AEK, even though it would have been short-lived. But come on, man, just square it up back for João Mario. It's an empty net. Yeah, the decision making has been poor when it comes to the attacking aspect, for finishing in particular. But I guess it's a work in progress. what I can say is that Marko Nikolic has put out a system in place that it really benefits the whole team. I've yet to see AEK, and this again playing against proper European oppositions and stuff. I've yet to see AEK completely outrun. I'm very much waiting to see them against Olympiacos because Olympiacos is the benchmark. We have to be real. Olympiacos was the best team last season. They smacked us up 6-0. They showed the levels against us in particular. And I'm really waiting for that fix there. But apart from that, I think that the team still played really well. Still played really, really well. I think in the midfield, man. I genuinely might believe we had the best midfield in the Super League Greece, boy. It's just devoid of goals, but I feel as though like pure playing and pure outplaying within the midfield, I don't think any other team has the potential to run up against us, and that's even against Olympiacos. Yeah, that midfield there, and especially the guys that we have on the depth that we could have coming on, the Carlos Camis, the João Marios. Listen, man, it's looking good for AEK, but we just need to finish our chances, man. I feel as though Volos should have got more. And credit to Volos as well too. Volos actually a pretty decent team. And again, I still yet to see a team that is actually a walkover in the Super League Greece. Every team has gotten better. The teams that we used to be like, man, we need to watch that game too much. No, we had to watch the game very seriously because the possibility lies that they could snatch a point or even get 3 points against us. We saw with Levadiaco yesterday against Olympiacos, even though, you know, Olympiacos, they actually steadied the ship after a while, but Levadiaco still competing against the Olympiacos. So, listen, man, I'll really put respect on all these teams' name. Maybe the Partelico game that was a little bit less stressed, and that's because I took the chances, but nah. But again into the defense, I think the defense was good. We were solid as usual. Penrice was really good. Penrice was putting in the work. Penrice was really doing the work offensively, and it's a big step up from, you know, our last left back. I don't want to call him name in a you know, disrespectful manner, in a critical manner, but we know the problems that we had before with the guy. So shout out to Hasafi, but yeah, definitely a step up with Penrice, and I think again, Mukudi showing his class again. I've been telling people, I think Mukudi is one of the best defenders in the Super League Greece. One of the best centre backs. He does look commanding behind there. I haven't seen where it is. Volos was like super scary, like they absolutely split us. I haven't seen that, which is really good. Chakosha again, sound. He had a little hiccup when it was a kind of sloppy shot and he kind of bubbled up in the hand, but regardless, he deals with that. And yeah, man, like, listen, 3 points at AEK, man. We're still up top with Olympiacos. Olympiacos have this super goal difference, of course, but we're still there. So let's hope that maybe Power could drop some points, man, so we could get off our backs. But yeah, man, big up all AEK fans, big up the AEK administration. We're seeing changes, we're seeing that they're trying to get better. So let's hope that this continues for the rest of the season, man, especially for that Europe. If AEK could definitely get a Conference League, I will be the happiest man in the world. If AEK could get a European trophy by the end of the season, and it's very possible, especially with the personnel and the depth that we have right now, it's very possible. But improvements need to be made in the attacking aspect. This the finishing aspect needs to be sorted. And once we get that, AEK Conference League champions. Mono, Bombokla, AEK, boy. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if it is your AEK fan, if it is your Super League Greece fan. Press the notification bell so you don't miss any more content from me. Peace out.